Hello boys and girls, I'm Donna Millican, and my husband Don and I have traveled to Croatia several times. We have some missionary friends who live there, and our very first time to go to one of the missionaries' homes, his wife made us a traditional dish that children love, and it's a great way to feed large families, and it's called palancinka, and it is similar to our pancakes or our crepes. It's easy to make. One of the differences, parents, that I would say when you're making this with your children is the batter needs to be very thin, and so you will probably need to add about a half a cup of water to this after it sits, to make sure that the batter is thin enough to be able to coat the bottom of a pan. The other thing is that it calls for butter and oil for the pan, but if you use a non-stick pan, you really don't have to put very much. You don't want the oil or the butter to be hardly visible on this, because it will cause the palancinka to cook too quickly, and you want to be able to take this and tilt the pan and coat the bottom of the pan. So those are some suggestions that I have before we get started. I'm excited that you're learning about this country, and I hope that you like the tasty palancinkas. Hello boys and girls. Today we're going to make a dish from Croatia, and this is my apron from Zagreb, which is the capital of Croatia. The interesting thing that they do in Croatia is they make this maybe for dessert. Maybe you've had it before with whipped cream and fruit in it, but they also put ham and cheese and chicken and use it for a main dish. So it's very easy to make. This recipe calls for a blender or a food processor. If you don't have one, you can also use a bowl and a mixer. But we're going to follow this direction right now, and we're going to put all the ingredients into this blender, which would be a cup of flour, some sugar, some salt, a beaten egg. When you crack your egg into a bowl, a small bowl, just go ahead and take a fork and just beat it up really where it's all combined, and then a cup of milk. And we're going to put the lid on. That's a very important part if you're using a blender. And we are going to blend it. Sit here and make sure we have all the flour added in. Okay, once you get that done, it says to put it in a pitcher. Pour it carefully. You take a piece of plastic wrap and cover this for 30 minutes. So I'll use that 30 minutes to clean up my space, and then we'll cook it. Boys and girls, don't be upset if the first few times you make this, it doesn't work as well. These are my first attempts. Not very good. But you know what? They still taste fine. A little bit of cinnamon and sugar on them. So our next one, we're going to make sure that we can coat the bottom of the pan. That's why using a smaller pan sometimes is easier, because you can. So after about 5 tries, I finally have one that looks like it's supposed to look, but that's okay. All the others are just as edible. Doesn't have to look pretty. Here we are. The bubbles have popped. We're ready to turn this over carefully. This can be the tricky part. That part you might have to have mom or dad help with. You cook it on both sides. Said it doesn't have to be brown. It actually needs to be this color, just a barely brown. And it is ready for whatever filling you might want. In Croatia, they actually, like I said, make ham and cheese, roll it up, make it for lunch. You can put jelly, whipped cream. You wouldn't like whipped cream for dessert. And you would take this and simply roll it up. And there you have lunch. If you wanted to have dessert, you would spread some jelly on the middle, roll it up, top it with whipped cream. It really doesn't matter how it comes out. It's going to taste wonderful, and you will have made something from another country. So this is Donna Millican, and I hope you enjoy making palatnjikas from Croatia. Have a great day.